As traders generally, like Trump, managing the risk in general becomes more challenging. This doesn't, of course, mean that we are not able to do that. Uncertainty, there are two sides. Like one side, it's kind of a bad, but uncertainty increases volatility on the market. And this volatility usually creates a lot of opportunities to seize on the markets.
Welcome everyone, this is Nuria Medrano, Head of Marketing at The Trading Pit, and today we are going to discuss the impact of the 2024 US elections in the financial markets with our special guest, Illimar Mattus, founder of The Trading Pit. Okay, then welcome to this session today, Ilmar, where we are going to talk about the upcoming presidential elections in the US. Could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi guys. Hi Nuria, pleasure to be here. So guys, I'm the founder of The Trading Pit. So those of you who don't know, we are a prop firm and we invest capital into talented, good, successful traders. That's what we really do here.
Amazing. So what do you think that will be the impact of the upcoming US elections in the financial markets?
I think the major impact what we will have is definitely this year we're going to have more volatility. So the last 2-3 years, certain years we've had lower volatility. So as traders generally like Trump, so I think much more volatility, much deeper moves in certain markets like gold, commodities and stock markets in general and certain sectors within the stock market as well.
So what role do you think that these political events play in the financial markets, this uncertainty?
I think for the traders, like uncertainty is like there are two sides. Like one side, it's kind of a bad, but uncertainty increases volatility on the market. And this volatility usually creates a lot of opportunities to seize on the markets. So this is like the good thing about this presidential elections and the uncertainty that it brings. And also like some of the markets that have been like more stable, they can become like more volatile again. And so I think much more opportunities on the market.
And how do you think that prop trading firms react to these kind of events such as the US elections?
For a prop firm or in general, dealing with such big events is a big challenge in that sense that because there is more volatility, asset classes start moving sometimes in different directions, then managing the risk in general becomes more challenging. This doesn't, of course, mean that we are not able to do that. So we as a firm and as management in general, we have gone through over the years a lot of like volatile events in general. So we know how to deal with it, but in general, it means that we are more cautious in terms of the risk. It also means that with certain asset classes, we might actually increase the margin requirements, which means that the traders actually can open less positions what they can today. And all keeping in mind that we want to go through this volatile period right now with the least harm for the company and with least harm created for the traders.
So Illimar, what is the benefit of trading during the US elections with prop trading firms versus trading with your own capital?
I think it's a really good question. It all comes down to the risk. So the good thing with trading with prop firms such as us is that we have a risk controlled environment. So we control the risk. And the trader, when they come in, they have pretty much no risk at all, except that the challenges, the cost of the challenges that they buy. So we manage all the risk. So if somebody loses a lot on the market, effectively it's our loss and we have to manage that loss. And at the same time, when somebody goes into these elections and tries to trade with its own money, then number one thing is risk. Like and if a person, any of the traders out there, if the risk management is not proper or you don't have experience actually trading such periods of high volatility, then that may result in quite big losses, which is not the case when they are using us.
Why prop traders should go for The Trading Pit as a prop trading firm instead of other brands?
I think we are, that's another good question. So I think we are very different from the others. And I think, first of all, we have different platforms. It's not just one platform that we have. Also, we have not just FX and CFD instruments. We have also like cryptocurrencies, and we have what is very, very important. We have real futures. And real futures during the US presidential elections, they become really, really important because of one thing. So FX CFDs, it's an over-the-counter OTC market, and oftentimes when there is a high volatility, the liquidity disappears from these markets. And what is much different on the futures market is these are the most liquid markets in the world. So if anybody has a very large position, they might have difficulty exiting or entering this position in the FX CFD market, but generally like trading S&P 500 futures, trading gold futures, WTI crude oil futures on the real futures market, there is always liquidity. So that's like a very, very important differentiating factor between us and a lot of the prop firms out there.
So talking about traders, what strategies do you think that prop traders should follow in these periods of high volatility?
I think the best strategy probably would be first to revisit all the strategies that a trader has, because the volatility dynamics over the next few weeks up until to the presidential elections and after that, the volatility patterns are going to change. So those of you who have, for example, very like short stop losses in general are trying to capture like shorter moves, it might be difficult to manage the risk. Also, I would recommend that one should focus on certain asset classes, that it's difficult with high volatility to trade a lot of different markets simultaneously. So it's time now to like select the market, especially this time, which is like most known for the trader, have smaller size of the trades, and in general be cautious about the markets in general.
And what is your experience from past elections? How did the market behave back then?
During the Trump presidency, so markets moved a lot. And because Trump is a person like he likes to talk a lot, he's quite controversial as well. So he moved the market a lot, and there were a lot of opportunities. So if you go back, you remember like there were this China trade war issues. He was very like direct with Russia and the policies towards Russia, which was of course right. He was saying that he wants to pull out of NATO, and so very, very controversial, and it created a lot of opportunities for a trader. And as I trade a lot stock indices, commodities, gold, then if anybody goes back and checks the moves in these specific markets during the Trump presidency, then there were a lot of opportunities. At the same time with Biden, and I think that will be the same with Harris as well, it would be kind of this somewhat like a boring presidency, that there's nothing like major you can expect from Harris. It's all the same really. Like, so for a trader, probably Trump is better than Harris.
In terms of financial impact, could you state what the key differences between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are?
I think with Kamala Harris, if she is going to win, then it's going to be like more about the same, like the Biden policy. So in terms of the market impact, there will probably not be a lot of like moves. So stock market will probably have like a relief rally. Gold will probably drop because there will be less like instability on the market. The politics of the US, like foreign policy, it will remain the same. So this is like a safe bet like for the market. So if Kamala wins, markets are going to continue the way they have been going right now, with good stability, predictability in terms of the economic policy, foreign policy, it's like the same, in terms of when Trump is going to win, this will bring a lot of uncertainty and instability to the market, because Trump, he's like pretty controversial figure in general. But overall, I think it will have a positive impact on the US stock market, because Trump is generally very pro business. He comes from the business. So as you remember, when he was the president, he had this policy that for any new regulation, 2 regulations have to go out. So he was like trying to deregulate the economy, and deregulation, less regulation in general for the businesses is good. For sure, when Trump will win, gold will do well in terms of the volatility, because the uncertainty just results in more volatility, and in general, like both in the US, globally, Trump winning the presidency will have like a lot of uncertainty on the market. Because you never know, like if he says something, if it's actually true or not, does he intend to do that or not. So you will probably see something about the same what you saw when he was the president last time.
So is uncertainty good for prop traders?
For the prop traders, I would say that there will definitely be more opportunities when Trump is going to win. For those that are doing like swing trading, longer term trading, when Kamala is going to win, if she's gonna win, it's like more about the same. So you have like similar opportunities, not so much risk. You can probably like have higher, stronger, like bigger positions open, and with Trump, risk management will become much more important.
What about Europe? How do you think that the US elections will affect the European markets?
I think definitely like the European markets, like most of the other markets, they always follow the US markets. But I think, again, with Trump, there would be some uncertainty during the first few months. With Kamala Harris, I don't think there will be much impact at all on the European market. So they will just not be fixated on the US and the US policies. They will just continue doing whatever they are doing in the European markets. With Trump, definitely there will be more uncertainty, and in certain sectors, of course, like defense, pharmaceuticals, and I think technology as well in the European markets. But other than that, I don't see any major like impact.
And last question, will you change your trading strategy now that the elections are around the corner?
If in my case, definitely I trade less during this presidential kind of elections, not only this one, but in general. And the reason being is that because there are like daily news announcements and like events every day, so it's just difficult to kind of follow all these events, and I definitely be less. I will be more defensive. From the volatility perspective, I would probably look only the gold market, because I really like to trade gold, and I think that will present a lot of opportunities. Plus, gold in general is a very liquid market, so even with large positions, you can get out easily. And so this is like my focus going into this elections.
Thank you very much, Illimar.
Thank you, Nuria.
Thanks for following up this session. Don't forget to follow us on social media and subscribe this channel. See you very soon.